Hello and welcome to Wednesday's English session. So today we are going to look at some letter writing. So we're going to move on from our stories because they're all finished, all edited, perfect. And we're going to look at some letters today. And we're going to look at a letter based on chapter 9. So Miss Garraway very kindly recorded these last week. So chapter 8 and 9 have been on the website since last week, and you need to have listened to them to know what on earth I'm going to be on about today. So if you're looking at me and you're thinking, I don't know what chapter 8 and 9 are, then I would pause the video and go and find them in the reading section of the website and have a listen before you come back. They're only short chapters, so it won't take you very long. So if you need to do that, go and do it now. So everybody that is still with me knows what I'm talking about chapter 9. They're all ready to get on with what we're going to do. So we are going to write a letter from this letter that is in chapter 9. So we know that Stanley, at the end of the day or mid of the day, he goes to write a letter to his mum. However, he cuts his letter short. He stops writing it because Zero's spying on him over his shoulder. So we are going to write that letter for him because he hasn't got any time to do it. And I have included the example from the story. So his letter starts, "Dear Mum, today was my first day at camp and I've already made some friends. We've been out on the lake all day, so I'm pretty tired. Once I pass the swimming test, I'll get to learn how to water ski." Now, we know that none of that's true because we know that it's not actually a camp like that. But from this letter and from what we know so far, we know that Stanley's going to be writing a positive letter home to his mum, pretending that he's having a absolutely wild time at camp. So keep that in mind as we carry on and go on to our letter writing towards the end of the lesson because we want it to be a good letter. So, first of all, and we've written letters before, I want you to have a think about what features does a letter have. So what sort of things do you need to include in a letter? So have a think, pause the video so you've got time to think before I carry on. Okay, now letters are really simple pieces of writing. So you should have thought about things like that. So you always have your address. You have your address on the top right-hand corner of the letter. You have the date that you were writing it, that you are writing it. You have to put the name of who you're writing it to. Then you have all the big bulk of the letter, and then you've got a sign off at the end. Okay, pretty simple, straightforward. You can have two types of letters. So you can have a formal letter and an informal letter, depending on who you're writing to. Now, we are channeling our inner Stanley, and we're writing to his mum as if she is our mum. So that's going to be an informal letter. We're not going to write formally to our mum unless she happens to be the queen. But from what I've read so far, I don't think Stanley's mum is the queen. So we're thinking informal for our letter today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you or read to you an example letter. Okay, now it's only a short one. You can write the same amount as this for your own letter, or you can write more, nothing to stop you. But what I want you to do as I'm reading it, or you can pause it and have a go after, is think about the shapes. Now, I know that some of us were getting confused in lessons between shapes. So we're not thinking about skills like we do with our story writing. We're thinking about shapes for our non-fiction. So, for example, picture the board in school. We would have a big line of symbols of pictures that stood for different sections of our writing, and then we'd have little arrows and we'd follow them through so we've got the same structure. So if we think back to our lighthouse writing, we had different pictures. So we had, I can't think back that far because my memory's not that good, and everyone in 6W will tell you that. I think we had a checklist. So we would, we did. So we were thinking about the features of a lighthouse. So one of the sections was about features of a lighthouse, what it looked like. And so the shape, the symbol that we had on the board to remind us of that was a little checklist. Okay, like a tick list. So that's what we're thinking about today. A picture that reminds you what is going to go in that section. So you sort of want a picture per paragraph per different thing, okay? So, and they have to be generic, so they need to be vague, that if we were writing a letter about anything, you could use the same shapes. So if I had a checklist as a shape to list features, I could use that shape for a non-fiction text on our lizards, because I could list the features of a lizard. Okay, so that symbol will fit into more than one non-fiction text. So try not to be too specific to what we're writing about or to the example one. As a tip, if you're stuck, use a summary from each paragraph to help you. So sum up what the paragraph's about and then do a picture that will remind you of that, okay? Hopefully it will all become clear. If you're completely lost, then just follow the structure of the letter, okay? So let's have a look. Now, it doesn't really help because I am over the letter, so I'm going to magically slide up to the top. So on the right over here, I have got my name and where I'm writing from and the date. Okay, so that was a feature from the letter. So I start off, dear mum. So what picture could you have, symbol could you have that would remind you that you have to start with dear whoever it is? Then my first paragraph, I am just writing to let you know how I've been getting on at Camp Blue since I've been here. I know that you have been missing me, so I thought I should send a letter. So what is that paragraph about? Do a picture to symbolise, to remind yourself what you write in your first paragraph. Then, I've been having a fantastic time here. There is so much to do. Water skiing, bonfires on the beach, roller coaster rides, and loads more. I've been out on the lake all day with all the other campers and I'm exhausted. Okay, so what's that paragraph about mainly? Sum it up, do a picture to represent it. Then up my next paragraph. The food here is amazing too, although it definitely isn't as good as your home-cooked meals, so don't worry. We wake up in the morning and have as much food as you can fit inside your stomach. Whether you want pancakes stacked as high as the Leaning Tower of Pisa, or a full English breakfast on a plate as big as a boat, you can have it all. Breakfast is my favourite part of the day, but there's lots of other food throughout the day too. Again, that's all one paragraph. What is that paragraph all about? Today, my schedule has been jam-packed. We woke up and did some exercise out on the court together in groups. We played netball, which is my favourite. My team won. Then we grabbed our swimsuits and paddleboards and went down to the lake that's just a 2-minute walk away. The water is as blue as crystals and the sunshine was heavenly. We splashed about and played for the rest of the day. So sum up that paragraph. What is a picture that could represent that? And then finally, anyway, I'm getting really tired now and should really turn in for some rest. I hope you're well too and that you're not missing me too much. I'll write soon. Jay. So that is an example letter. Like I said, you could write as much as that, you could write more than that, but we need to stick to the same structure. So now is your time to have a go. So we are looking at this example letter to work out the structure. So we're following the same structure. But in your letter, you are going to be Stanley and you're going to be writing to his mum. So you're writing home to your mum. The same idea. So he's still at a camp. So how can he make his camp seem really good too? Remember to keep it positive because his mum thinks that he's at a really nice camp and that he's not actually digging holes every day. So make it up, but also make it believable. Okay, if you wrote home to your mum and said some wild things, I'm sure she wouldn't quite believe you. So make sure it's believable as well. So because it's independent, I can't help you with any sentence starters or to give you any guidance, but you can use my example letter to help you. So you can rewind the video back, you can have a read through, you can follow it. So stick to the same topics for each of your paragraphs and you'll be absolutely fine doing it independently. We can't wait to see what you have written and read all your letters, so be sure to share them with us so that we can celebrate them with you.